All praise, honor, glory be to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah. Double honors to the elders of Israel who rule well. Salutations to the Akim out there pushing his truth and sincerity. Safety, peace, and blessings to the blessed elect of the house of Israel across the four corners of the earth. Just want to get right into it. This is part 2 of the microchip, aka the mark of the beast that be in the know. And I pray Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, Mashiach Yahweh Shah, find me worthy that I may edify the Akim that be in the know and that be not a know as of yet, but ordained to receive this truth as we have received it. And without further ado, let's get right into it. As you see, I have up Revelation 13 chapter, and we're going to jump off where I left off in the last video. And let's go to the highlighted part, and I'm going to begin to set the 15th verse of Revelation 13. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. Now that he is talking about basically Esau, because the world has been given unto the wicked. And we know, as according to Job, the 9th chapter, that is Esau. Alright? And he will be running the world till Yahweh shall come and take him down. He is basically used as a pawn in the piece of the chessboard in this puzzle that Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, Mashiach Yahweh Shah to put together. He is the great power. So the Most High going to use him to extinguish his ass so he can show his great power amongst the world, and all the heathen and the other nations, and as well as Israel, will worship from then on or suffer the consequences. Alright. Let's continue on the 16th verse, Revelation 13 and 16. And he causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. Now we know that the mark of the beast is the microchip. Alright. And it says in the 17th verse of Revelation 13, and that no man might buy or sell save he that hath the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Alright. And when you go into that word mark right there in the Greek, because the New Testament was written mostly in Greek, it's charagma. It means to insert, or something inserted. Alright. Let me bring up my sword. I didn't intend to do it like this, but let me bring up my sword. Alright, let's go to Revelation right quick. Alright, let's go to it right quick. Salah 13 and 15. Let's go to it right quick. Alright, okay. And it's G5480. G5480, a stamped and printed mark of the mark stamped on the forehead or the right hand as the badge of the followers of Antichrist. We know as many Antichrists, and of course we know Esau, the house of Edom, okay, which is the so-called, well, he hide behind the color white. I don't even like to use that, but the cave daughters, the Caucasian state, alright, the offspring of Esau, the mark branded upon horses, thing carved, sculpture, graven work, or idolatrous images. Let's go into the origin. A pale or stake, palisade, or rampart, pales between which earth, stones, trees, and timbers are heaped and packed together. Alright, it's a pale or stake. Now, it's not the needle that they use to insert that microchip. Is that not a pale? It's just a very small pale, and that's why you have the word he was impaled. I mean, he was jugged. Somebody stabbed his ass with something, right? Alright, or a stake. Okay, if you ever watch vampire movies, he staked him. That means he was jugged or stabbed. Now, when you get shot with a needle, not you, talking to the brothers that be in the know, but when someone gets a shot from a needle, they are impaled. They are staked. Alright? Let's go back. Let's get back to the lesson at hand. I just want to bring that out right quick. Alright. And it says in Revelation 13 and 17, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Alright. So the only people going to be able to buy and sell is those that comply. Alright. That join hand in hand with this system. Alright. With this bestial system. Alright. With Babylon. And when I say Babylon, I'm not just talking about just America, because America is just part of the Babylonian system. Alright. Alright, so it's just part of it. Okay, it's just like I said before, it's arm or leg or elbow, if you like that. You know what I'm saying? It's part of it. Okay, this Babylonian system have many parts to it. Alright, as well as continue on, and let's go to Isaiah the 36th chapter right quick. Just bring out a precept on this thing here. And this is Isaiah. It's a lot. Let me get to it. This is Isaiah 36 and 6. I'm gonna hit the key points. You could go read it in context. Lo, thou trustest in the staff of this broken reed on Egypt, whereon if a man lean, it will go into his hand and pierce it. So is Pharaoh king of Egypt to all that trust in him. All right. All right. So this precept is actually spiritual and symbolic. So if you lean on this place, what do you mean by lean? Like you have a staff or a reed, like he said, or this broken reed. You know, a reed is a simile into a staff. You're leaning on it. And if you lean on this place, in other words, trust in Egypt. And we know Egypt goes back to Exodus 20th chapter and the second verse. I'm not going to go get it. Egypt represents the house of bondage. All right. So if you lean on this bonding ass man who is Esau, he's going to pierce your hand. And pierce your hand is being staked. All right. Or impaled. And you're going to have to be impaled with the mark of the beast, aka the microchip. All right, if you lean on him for support, that you may be held up throughout your day to day. All right, man should not live by bread alone, but by every word of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Wahamashiach, Yahweh Shah. All right, and that's how we know this is Egypt. All right, if you lean on this here, it shall pierce your hand. That's just to bring out a precept accordingly. And like I said, I just want to keep moving on through these things. I want to keep moving on through these things. And I want to go to Proverbs right quick. Let's go to Proverbs right quick. All right. And this is basically like a warning. You know, I'm just blowing a trumpet here. A warning to the brothers who even might have a second thought, I guess, just to warn you. You know, maybe if I could put a little spiritual fear in you, that you pray unto Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, that he give you the strength and endurance and the patience that you may hold on and you may wait for him to come instead of falling and fainting and take that damn microchip. This Proverbs 11:21, and it reads, though hand join in hand, the wicked shall not be unpunished, but the seed of the righteous shall be delivered. Okay, so just because you get that microchip, Esau ain't gonna be saved because you got it, because you homeboys with him, because they got black friends, so-called black. All right. All right, just because you get that, that don't mean Esau gonna be saved. You join hand in hand, the wicked should not be unpunished. And we know Israel have exceeded the wicked, as it says in Jeremiah. Yeah, right. So just to bring out a few precepts and to hit a few key points of this lesson, right? And why would you join hand in hand? You hear many of our people that say, "Oh, not all white people bad," but they're not white. Number one, they red. Okay, that's Esau. That's Edom. Edom meaning red. Number one, they'll say that because the Most High does that. A man that pleases the Lord, he shall make even his enemies to be at peace with him. All right? Jeremiah, the 5th chapter, I believe the 5th chapter, don't hold me to it. He said in the last days he will make his enemies to come crouching to you. You know what I'm saying? They shall be, you know, there's many scriptures on that, why that Esau might try to treat you fairly, even though they really hate you in their spirit. All right? So don't just think because you have one Edomite or a few Edomites that's trying to treat you well. It's the Most High. You give him all the glory. But let's move on to the next scripture and let's see the slyness of Esau. All right, let's check the slyness of Esau, and we're gonna go to Psalms in the 37th chapter, and I believe the 35th verse, and it reads, "I have seen the wicked." All right. No, I want to bring this out of my sword because I want you to see something right here. I want you to actually see something right here. All right. Let's go in my sword so I can bring up the definition. And this is 37 and the 35th verse. And it reads, "I have seen the wicked in great power." We know as according to Job 9:24. That is the wicked. "And spreading himself like a green bay tree." All right. That's Esau saying that he's all good. He don't do no harm. He don't hurt nobody. He's just trying to help you. All right. Let's look at this word green bay tree. No, let's look at this word himself, spreading himself like a green. Now we have H7488, and it reads, "Palel, to be or grow luxuriant, a fresh or green verb, fresh or green, luxuriant, fresh." All right. From an unused root meaning to be green, verdant, by analogy new, figuratively prosperous, green, flourishing. All right. Let's go to the next precept I have, and that's the reason I brought this out, because Esau going to portray himself as the good guy all the way until the end, till he showed them horns, and start sticking a few of you Israelites, in your derriere and your rear end. And this is Revelation 6 and 8. And one way He's gonna stick it to you is He's gonna have you take that mark of the beast, because He's gonna make it seem good. He's gonna make it seem like the new technology you want to have. It's gonna be the new thing. It's gonna be like the new thing to have. Like people stand in line 2 and 3 days for the iPhone. They're gonna be standing in line for that mark of the beast, man, willingly. But it's Revelation 6 and 8. And I looked, and behold, a pale horse. And his name that sat on him was Death. And hell followed with him. And power was given unto them over the fourth part of the earth. Right? Over the fourth part of the earth, that's the entire earth. To kill with sword, and with hunger, came by itself, and with death, and with the beasts of the earth. Yes, that would be Esau. That would be Esau, as according to Job 9:24. I'm going to keep breaking it out. Now, the reason I had to say that, because before I came into the truth, I ain't going to say I came into the truth, but before I was called into the truth and shown mercy that I may know the truth, I always thought that was, as according to some Christianity doctrines, that was talk about Ishmael and his Islam and his Muslim things, all right? Because they have the green banner and they have the green bandanas and all that. Because this word, pale, goes into green. And let's get it. That's G5515. And it says right here, chloros, green, yellowish pale. Green, yellowish pale, right? Chloe, green, a green herb, right? Now, didn't we just read that Esau spread himself like a green bay tree in Psalms 37 and 35, right? So that would be talking about Esau. And we know, as according to the scriptures in Job the 9th chapter, that Esau is in control of this thing, right? He gave it to Esau. He didn't say, I'm going to give it to Ishmael. Let's stay in the scriptures. He gave it to Esau. Until Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Wahamashiach, Yahweh Shah, come take him off the power seat. That's what it is, and that's what it will be until that day. All right, and until that time. All right. So he spread himself like a green bay tree. So he is the rider. He is the fourth rider. He is death. All right. And hell followed with him. He is the one that's on the pale horse. The reason he got the horse pale, because he come in the name of peace and tranquility. All right. But he is death. Let's get a precept to prove that he is death. Right. Let's get a precept to prove that he is death. And let me go back to the brown Bible I have. And I'm going to bring that back up. And this is going to be Habakkuk 2 and 5. And it reads right here. I'm going to just want to hit the key points. Yea, also because he transgresses by wine, his philosophies talk about Esau. He is a proud man, neither keepeth at home. That's why there's only 2 countries in the entire earth that he has no bulwarks. What I mean by bulwarks, what they call them today, they call them, I forget the name what they call them today, bulwarks. I forget the name what they call them today. I'm about to say asylums. Oh man, I forget. Embassies, that's right. Okay, Salah. Embassies. He have an embassy in every country except for 2. All right, I know Iran to be one of them, and I think North Korea is the next one. If I'm incorrect, correct me. But it's only 2 countries in the whole entire earth. He only have, 2 countries that he has no embassy. All right, they are bulwarks in the Bible. You know what I'm saying? Bulwarks. Okay, go look it up. North Korea and Iran. He can't go over there, but he everywhere else, so he never keepeth at home. To continue in the scriptures of Habakkuk, the 2nd chapter and the 5th verse, who enlarges his desire as hell. Hell follow with him, as according to Revelation, the 6th chapter. It says, and hell followed with him. All right, his desire is hell. Why is his desire is hell? Is to keep everybody low, to put a microchip in your hand, in your forehead, all right, or wherever you like it, in your knee if you like it. You want it in your elbow, you get it in your elbow, but as long as it's in you, all right, and to bring everybody under subjection as far as being slaves. They're gonna be robots, and he's gonna portray himself as being the Most High, because he's gonna know where you at all times. He's gonna have a tracking device on your ass, all right. If you don't pay your bills, he just deduct it from your chip, take the credits from you, just like that, all right. It's gonna be like some Minority Report type shit, all right. Pre-cram type shit, right? Let's continue on. Habakkuk 2 and 5. And is as death. Let me start over. Habakkuk 2 and 5. Yea, also because he transgresses by wine his philosophies, right? It's okay to marry the same sex, right? It's okay. He is a proud man. Nobody can take me out. I'm Esau. I do what I want. Neither keep it at home. I'm going to go invade this country because I need their natural resources. If they won't sell it to me, if they won't give it to me, I'm going to just go ahead and create a lie. And I'm going to go over there. I'm going to destroy their shit and take their country. Who enlarges his desire as hell. He want everybody beneath him low as hell. Doing low, very low. Doing what they want them to do. Enslave everyone. And is as death. He is as death. Because he bring destruction and death to everything. He even killed the trees in the forest, man. Let alone right here in Miami, Florida right now, they have lobster season. What the fuck is that, lobster season? A lobster should live out his entire life. Just like the pig, the swine should live out their entire life until the Most High decide that their life is over. But let's keep going. And cannot be satisfied. No, he ain't satisfied with nothing, man. He gonna consume. But gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. He want to have the whole world in subjection, and which he will have the whole world in subjection, save that of the elect, the 144,000 and their families, all right? Saving them, except for them, they will not be under his subjection, but the entire world will be. They will follow the beast, all right? His image and his name, and they will portray his mark upon them, all right? Saving the elect, all right? So that's a precept as according to Revelation, the 6th chapter, as I said before, in the 8th verse. And I looked, and behold, a pale horse. Pale goes back to the chloros or chloe, which means green. All right. And his name that sat on him was death. He is as death, as it says in Habakkuk, the 2nd chapter. And hell followed with him. Hey. And his desire is hell. And power was given unto them over the 4th part of the earth. You know, the 4 corners of the earth, all over. To kill with the sword, and with hunger, and with death, and with the beasts of the earth. All right. So that's him. All right. That is Esau. Without a doubt, without a doubt, without a doubt. Let's go to the next scripture I have at the ready. And it's according to the warnings that I gave the brethren, that be it to know, who have ears to hear and eyes to see. They may see these prophecies unfolding and popping out like popcorn that's on the high level of the stove. All right. Let's go. Let's get Isaiah 28th chapter and the 15th verse. I just want to hit the key points. You can read the whole chapter. It's a beautiful chapter. In that chapter, it'll tell you and explain to you how you should put the scriptures together, how you get understanding as according to Psalms 119 and 101 and 104. But let's get right into it. This is Isaiah 28 and 15, 28 chapter 15 verse. Because ye have said, we have made a covenant with death. We just read in Revelation, the 6th chapter, that he is death. We just read in Habakkuk, the 2nd chapter, he is death. All right? And with hell are we at agreement. Okay, he's talking about our people, Israel. You can read the whole chapter. He talk about Israel. Israel cool with the way they living. As long as they can eat today, fuck it. You know, I guess, fuck it. As long as they can eat and as long as they get by, get a little piece of check, it's all right. Until they run into Jacob's trouble, and that's when they are. That's why it's going to be a heap in that day. The harvest shall be a heap in the day of trouble. All right? It says in the scripture, it's going to be a heap. Why? Because everybody going to want to know about the Lord in that day. I can't eat. I can't do nothing. Just like Jake say nowadays, all we can do is pray. Well, that should have been the first thing you should have been doing. But anyway, because, and we have made a covenant with death, and with hell are we at agreement. When the overflowing scourge shall pass through, what's the scourge? Overflowing scourge, flowing, okay, the waters, a flood, pass through, it shall not come unto us. For we have made lies our refuge, and under falsehood have we hid ourselves. The reason being, because this place, okay, this place, America, they tell the people, this is why it's called the virgin daughter of Babylon, right? It's, like I said, it's part of Babylon, all right? But the virgin daughter of Babylon, it's part of it. It's part of the Babylonian system, all right? Because this place have not been touched. Ain't nobody never fired no missile over this motherfucker. Ain't nobody never shot a bomb in this motherfucker. So the inhabitants of this place, they think they safe. And along with the inhabitants of this place, and I'm talking about Jake as well. When I say Jake, I'm talking about Israel, Yasharallah, those who are of the chosen seed. Though they may not be chosen on this side, but I'm talking about the house of Israel. They are confident in this place because America never got their ass bombed on. All right, so they're gonna make lies their refuge. They're gonna keep in their heart, let's make America great again. America won't allow this to happen to us. All right, no, they may not allow it to happen to y'all, but they'll make it happen to you. Key word, they'll make it happen. So they make lies their refuge. This would never come to pass because they don't want to destroy themselves, so they're not going to destroy me. Jake, you're not like them. All right? They want you to get this mark of the beast. All right? Especially you. Especially you. All right? Most I can care who less. The heathen, if they get it, if they don't get it, it doesn't matter. All right? They just going to get it anyway. When I say get it, they're going to be judged anyway. Esau going to be judged anyway. It's about Israel. It's about Israel not receiving that mark. And Esau know it. I ain't talking about your Joe Blow. All right? I'm talking about them hierarchy Esau's. I mean, the ones that's the enlightened ones, all right? The Illuminati ones. The ones that don't even live in America, all right? That's what I'm talking about. They the ones that want you to get this thing. Let's go ahead and get the 18th verse of Isaiah 28th chapter right quick. Just to hit the key points. And Yahweh Bashem Yahushua saith, and your covenant with death shall be disannulled. In other words, they don't give a shit if you down with Esau. He don't care if you down with the system. He don't care if you down with Esau's system. He gonna disannul that covenant. That thing gonna be broken. Whether it be broken by the word, which is fire, or whether it be broken by fire, which is fire. All right, it's gonna be broken. I don't care how. One way you gonna be healed. Either you're gonna be healed by the word, or you're just gonna receive literal fire. That fire could come as a sword, could come as a ravishing lion to bite your ass up, or a bear, all right, or a snake when you lean on the wall, all right, or Esau just straight up chopping your ass to pieces, all right. All right, so it says, and your covenant with death shall be disannulled, and your agreement with hell shall not stand. Yeah, just because you cool with the shit, the Most High not cool with you being low, all right. You gonna raise up from off the dust, regardless if you want to or not, Jake. You gonna be raised up. As I said before, either you're going to be raised up by the word, or you're just going to have to die and come back in the kingdom. But you ain't going to live like that. You bear the name of the Father within your heart. You are a people of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. He will not allow his name to be disgraced, whether you are a disgrace or not. If he got to take your ass out, take you to the spirit world and put your ass back on the earth as a little baby, that's what it's going to have to take. When the overflowed scourge shall pass through, then shall ye be trodden down by it. Okay? He just going to let you get carried away with that scourge. And what's a scourge? When somebody whoop your ass. Okay? When they get them whips and they scourging you. Wow, wow, wow. Lashes on your ass. But it's not going to be literal lashes. As I said before, them lashes might come in the form of a beast, a dog eating you up, somebody hitting you with the sword. What I mean the sword nowadays is that pistol. And we know the ultimate sword is a missile on your ass, all right? Well, I ain't even going to say that's the ultimate sword. The spiritual sword is Yahweh Shah coming with with that concentrated fire, laser beam in your ass, all right? Zoom, zoom, zoom. That's the ultimate sword. So you're going to serve the Lord. Either which way, you're going to serve him. You're going to serve him willingly on this side and not take the mark of the beast if you chosen not to really take the mark of the beast. Or you just going to have to take that thing and just die on this side and just come back in the kingdom. Oh, and you ain't going to just die. They should know death by pain, for it is written. So I have one more thing to say. All right? Maybe I could persuade some with Phil before I close it out. All right? As according to the video I put earlier, Salah, as about the microchip coming out of Wisconsin, that's a test run. Nobody visits Wisconsin on a summer break, all right? Nobody vacations in Wisconsin, all right? Small little town, basically is not renowned. It is not a giant in the earth like I want to go to Wisconsin, all right? So they're going to test it with those Edomites. Probably some Jakes involved in those 50 people. Who knows? More than likely it is, all right? And then once the other companies see that this works for them, guess what? It's coming to a theater near you, so to speak. It's coming to a town near you. What will you do? Do you have the faith and endurance and the patience that Yahweh Bashem Yahushua will get you up out of that mess? Will feed you? Will clothe you? Will fix you that you don't thirst? That is the big question. Those that be in the know we call, but do we know we are chosen? No, we must endure unto the end that we may know that we are chosen. But for right now, we are called. And by us being called, we know we have received that call to know not to take the mark of the beast. But make sure you pray and be prayed up that he give you strength and power, and that he shew you mercy, that you don't fall victim to that. And let me bring out this one more scripture before I close it out. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Proverbs 11:21. Though hand join in hand, the wicked shall not be unpunished, but the seed of the righteous shall be delivered. Don't make flesh your arm, because Esau can't do a damn thing for you. Esau is being set up that the Most High may take him down and shew his marvelous and wonderful and strange works throughout the entire earth. Shalom.